You've just got Samoa Joe-itis, haven't you? You're going to crowbar him in.
If he doesn't...
Are you sure you don't work for WWE Creative as Samoa Joe's agent?
If he doesn't...
People, welcome to BLD BeatDown. This is our look at the WWE world. And the pay-per-view's coming up, but this isn't just any pay-per-view. This is the big one. It's WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans. However you guys pronounce it over there in the States. And to carry us through this very long preview, Ninja Boy is going to be the man with the plan. So tell us what's first up on the big night, Ninja Boy.
Well, first up, we have the Women's Battle Royal.
The Women's
on the kickoff show.
Battle Royale. So what do you reckon?
I think they might just have a few people in there and their little scraps, maybe set up a couple rivalries.
Right.
But for the win, now this is where it's a bit bold. I'm going to say Lana.
Lana?
Yeah.
That is an interesting shout. That's a bit out of nowhere, that one.
Yeah, she's in it.
Well, that would make Rusev's day, wouldn't it?
But yeah, this could be her.
Interesting shout from Ninja Boy. Well, I think I agree with you in that I don't think it's going to be one of the recognised, established people who's going to win it. I think it's going to be. This is an opportunity to push forward some fresh talent. I don't know if Lana's the right one. I'm thinking more sort of Ruby Riott, Ember Moon type character.
I think the only problem with Ruby Riott is she's just had a title match.
Yeah.
So I don't see her winning it.
Could be. And don't forget, of course, in the men's, Baron Corbin came out of absolutely nowhere to win a couple of years back. So, what shall I go for? I've got to make a decision, haven't I? You're going to go then for Lana. I shall go for. I'll go for Ruby Riott. I've just got a feeling Ruby Riott's going to do it. And of course, don't forget, in the comments down below, let us know your thoughts and predictions. But don't try and write them down when WrestleMania's finished, because that's a waste of time.
And we know.
And we'll know what you've been doing. So, ahead of WrestleMania 34, if you've got some predictions, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Right, next up.
Next up we have...
It is Andre the Giant, the Battle Royale.
Annual.
The men's turn.
So, previous winners, we've had Cesaro, Big Show, Corbin and Mojo Rawley.
Yeah.
Don't see... Well, Cesaro can't win it because he's not in it. But I don't see any of them winning it again.
No.
Not really put much thought into it. I'd say probably one of the favourites to win for me is Matt Hardy.
Interesting.
I think he's just come out of a feud with Bray Wyatt and he's going to delete the rest of the field.
Do you know what?
And go on to try and, have a little push.
It is a big field, and what you just said there, having just rattled through the previous winners...
For the Intercontinental title.
Not much has happened with the previous winners. They've not really gone on to do anything. So, I mean, Mojo Rawley, what's he done in the past 12 months? Well, I have to say, without having had any previous conversation with Ninja Boy on this front, I've got a feeling for Matt Hardy as well. I just think that would be a nice... Not maybe a conclusion to the return of the Hardys, but he's been doing his stuff. He's been doing his stint, and I think there's a reward there for him. So I'm going to go for Matt Hardy as well. So 2 for Matt Hardy.
Wow, yeah.
I don't know. Of all the bouts of WrestleMania 34 that we could agree upon, I certainly didn't think it was going to be a battle royale. So again, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now we're heading in to the main event.
No, we're not.
We're not heading into the main event, so I'm getting ahead of myself.
The kickoff.
Right.
The
pre-show. What's the pre-show? Oh, the cruiserweights. Forgot about the cruiserweights.
Cedric
it's my old mate, Cedric. Yes.
Against Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Not really bothered about this one.
It's got to be Cedric. Cedric.
I'll actually go...
You're going to go for Mustafa Ali, aren't you?
I can see Cedric winning, but to make it interesting, I'm going to say Ali.
Good man. Guess who I'm going for?
Cedric.
Cedric! All these years of pulling Cedric cards in WWE Supercards.
It's been a sign.
It's just been leading up to this moment. There's the portents are there. They've been throwing us all these clues for years. For years. And now, Cedric will be here to claim his rightful rewards. So yeah, Cedric for me, without a doubt. Now can we move on to the big show?
Yes, Now we're
Not
on
Big Show,
to
the Big
the
Show.
main show.
The main event. And first up
Not
on the main event.
the main show.
Oh God. Just wash my mouth out.
Looks like it's going to be the Raw Women's Championship, Alexa Bliss against Nia Jax.
Right, okay. I have
I
some
don't
thoughts
like
on
this Nia Jax face push.
You don't?
No, I don't. But the thing is, I can just see
I like her
her
face. I'm
winning
not
it.
so sure about the push.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Nia Jax. I can't see Alexa Bliss winning.
Ah, well,
Unless she does some dating.
Nia
I
Jax
doubt that.
has had an awful lot of... She's been given all the sympathy, hasn't she? There's an awful lot of, like, body shaming and things going on, which is unlike the WWE to, like, prolong that kind of thing, unless there is going to be a happy ending to it all. And the happy ending, obviously, would be to see Nia Jax take the title.
Not for me.
Well, yeah, not for you, but in terms of the storyline, and, you know, Alexa Bliss has had a fair turn doing a few things, and I think this is Nia Jax's time, so I think that the push has been towards Nia Jax all along. We're meant to be behind her right now, so, whoa. Lean on the chair and I'll go flying backwards. So it's going to be Nia Jax for me, so we're in agreement there. Again, let us know in the comments down below what you've got to say. Then following on from that...
We have the Tag Team Championship for the Raw, by the way. Sheamus and Cesaro against Braun Strowman and a partner of his choosing.
Right.
Not Brains Strowman.
This has got, like, full potential to go totally up, hasn't it? It just, all sorts of weirdness could happen. We don't know who his partner's going to be. I did like Brains Strowman. For those of you who saw it earlier in the week, I thought it was quite amusing. But that obviously is not going to carry through to WrestleMania itself. Here we go. It's Brains Ninja Boy. What have you done with the real Ninja Boy?
I'm not finished with the predictions.
Right. Okay. Let's hear yours. Well, I haven't given my prediction yet. I think it's just going to be messy, and what do I think is going to... Actually, I'll carry on thinking about it. You give your prediction. Let me carry on thinking about it.
I have two theories. One, this actually, there's a thing in between the previous match and this one, and, you know, Lysa's playing guitar, and that...
Yes. Sorry, I've just been stupid. I'm being stupid. Carry on. Carry on.
And then Braun comes out, it's like, you're my partner, and then there's the match.
Yeah.
In that case, I'd say Sheamus and Cesaro for a lucky win. But this is my strong one, and the one I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
So Cesaro and Sheamus come out, Braun Strowman comes out, takes the microphone and says, I found someone, just throws it away. And then comes out is the returning Samoa Joe.
Ooh, that would be good.
And they'll win, and they'll be a dominant tag team and hold titles for like a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's pretty strong then. You've got a good storyline worked out there, haven't you?
I've got the whole story.
I like
every tag team.
Excuse me. I like the Elias sound of Elias and Braun Strowman, because of course they've had their feud, and it would bring a nice resolution to that. Albeit that we all like a bit of walking with Elias at the start, and
Who
that
wants to walk with Elias?
I can't see them pairing him up with someone when he has such a good entrance and such a good start to the various things that he does.
He plays guitar and Braun Strowman gets the drums and goes boom, 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 or something.
Something like that.
That'd be amusing.
Either way, as long as it doesn't become too messy with some sort of gimmick, I would like to see Braun win, and I think it's about time for Cesaro and Sheamus to be deposed. So I'm going to go for Braun and his partner. Who that partner will be, I don't know about Samoa Joe. You could well be right.
Take a guess. Who do you think it's gonna be?
I'll go with Elias, because I think there's a bit of a history there. So at least I can see there's some continuation there. Samoa Joe or a returning Dean Ambrose. Who knows what it could be? Well, who? Talking of which, what's up next?
It's not that. It's the United States Championship, Orton versus Rude versus Mahal versus Rusev. It starts off well, then gets a bit worse.
I don't think it's any secret that I'm a huge Randy Orton fan. Huge, not just in physical size, just a huge Randy Orton fan.
I'm a huge Randy Orton fan.
Delighted to see his recent successes. But I've got a horrible feeling about this particular evening.
I have the whole end planned out in my mind, by the way.
Okay, well, just give me a second. Now, I can very quickly tell you that I think the winner of this match is going to be Rusev. I think the WWE have enjoyed all this Rusev Day nonsense that has been generated for quite some time. Rusev, for me, I've never been a Rusev fan, but a lot of you are. I appreciate the fact a lot of you do like Rusev. So I'm not saying I don't like him as a person, I'm just saying I'm not a big fan of him as a wrestler. I just think this is his time, so I'm going to go with Rusev. Ninja Boy.
For his third US title, I think. So, let me...
There's another Ninja Boy theory coming up.
Now,
I need to get a special stamp or something.
Picture this in your minds, you know, you've got the arena and everything. And now, Orton...
Picture this!
Orton setting up Rude for the RKO, no counter, and glorious DDT, but Mahal with the colossal match kick by Rusev on Mahal. 1, 2, 3, Rusev.
You've gone Rusev as well. Oh my word. It's interesting this, because honestly, we've deliberately not discussed WrestleMania 34 between the two of us, so that we can give our own honest opinions and not be swayed by each other.
I think it's going to be... I don't think they'll give Randy a one-on-one rematch, because he didn't get one with Daniel Bryan.
No, although I suppose it might open the way up for Randy and Daniel Bryan to have a scrap a bit further down the line. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah, future rivalry.
Right, so double Rusev's there.
Yeah. So next we switch back to Raw. It's the Intercontinental Championship, the triple threat match: The Miz against Seth Rollins against Finn Balor.
Right.
Now.
There's another Ninja Boy theory coming up. Ninja Boy theory.
This will be confusing for some.
Oh gosh.
If Samoa Joe does not become Braun's partner and Elias does,
right.
I think Samoa Joe will come in on the end of this match and win it.
You've just got Samoa Joe-itis, haven't you? You're going to crowbar him in.
If he doesn't...
Are you sure you don't work for WWE Creative as Samoa Joe's agent?
If he doesn't, then I'd probably say Seth's got momentum. He's pinned Balor a couple times.
Pinned Balor, my lord. Pinned Balor.
But I'd say I think Miz will lose it, and I think it will be Balor's time, because he has held the title, you know, NXT title, but the Universal title, but that was only for 24 hours due to injury. I think this is going to be his first long run as a champion. Yeah.
Well, I can't disagree with you. I've got Finn Balor all the way with this. As Ninja said,
I promise we didn't script
this. We've had the usual build-up with Miz saying what a wonderful champion he is, and of course saying fatherhood has changed him. But I just think Finn Balor, he's proved that he's returned from injury okay. There's been no ill after effects. He's been fighting through quite cleanly and with a lot of gusto. Put on some good matches just recently. And I think they're going to get the best out of him.
Yeah, I think
and this will get the best out of him. Yeah, so I'm going for a Finn Balor win as well. It's a shame that we've both gone for the same again, but these things can't be helped, I suppose. Right, next up.
Next up, we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. It's going to be the Usos defending against the New Day.
Yeah.
And the Bludgeon Brothers.
Oh God, you're going to hit me with something. Oh God, he's going to hit me with something. Here he comes. Wait for it. Wait for it. It is Bludgeon Ninja with his West Ham hammer.
Where do I see this one going? Is it too early for the Bludgeon Brothers to win? I think no. I think they will win it. New Day and the Usos, I know what you're saying now, will try their best to win.
Yeah.
But the Bludgeon Brothers will be too much. And boom! Done.
Yeah. We've already seen...
They'll pin Xavier as well, just to rub it in the wood.
We've already seen the Bludgeon Bros coming in and causing mayhem when they left Xavier Woods in a shivering pile. And New Day, you know, we all know the New Day, we all love the New Day and what they've been... Oh, that's loud. What they've been doing over the past couple of years. The Usos have regained the stature that they had. They lost their way a bit fairly recently, the Usos, and didn't look like they were going to get a chance to be champions again. And then they've come roaring back. They changed their image.
October they've been champions.
And that all worked. But
I think it's time for them
something that is working now is the Bludgeon Brothers. And I mentioned, I think in the last in the review we did for the last PPV, that I think Luke Harper's certainly been working out.
Oh yeah.
You can see his physique has changed. He's like more of a proper bloke now, proper bloke, not just some sort of weird freak from backwards. So I've got a feeling that they're going to be lined up for a good run. So I'm going with the Bludgeon Brothers as well. That's 3 bouts in a row that we've gone for the same, I think now. We need to change this.
Yeah.
I promise you that if he says the same as what I'm going to say next time round, I'll change my answer.
No, you won't. No, you really won't.
Will I not? Well, what is it next?
Charlotte v Asuka.
I'm not changing. I'm not changing. I've got my Asuka t-shirt on, specially. Come on. Not changing.
We know where this is going.
Yeah, I know where I want it to go.
Asuka all the way. I think Charlotte will come close and really push Asuka. But Asuka will lock in the Asuka lock and make Charlotte tap out. Yeah.
I mean, I hope they put on a good show, because you do tend to find that...
I hope it's a good match.
WrestleMania is a long event. I mean, it's an arduous enough slog watching at home when you've got access to beer in the fridge and you can just like chill out on the sofa, the couch. You just like take things easy.
The couch.
But when it comes to actually being in the venue, there's a lot to get through. And there are moments when the crowd does, understandably, go a little bit quiet. And I hope that doesn't happen in the women's match. I hope that the girls put on a really good fight.
Let's be honest, women's matches in previous WrestleManias have not been the best. But I think this will be
Tread lightly, Ninja Boy.
This will be the breakthrough.
Tread lightly. Don't upset the women out there.
I think this will be a good match. But now our predictions are slightly different because.
Really?
Yes.
You're going to go for Charlotte?
No, I'm going for Asuka, but...
Okay. It's not going to be much different then, is it? All right.
Here comes Carmella.
Yes.
And she loses while cashing in.
You think?
Yeah.
Right, that could be interesting. So you think Charlotte and Asuka are going to have a really tough match. Asuka's going to win, but going to look pretty exhausted by it.
And then Carmella comes, that's like cash in. And then the referee rings the bell and everyone behind gets put in the Asuka lock. Okay. And taps out.
Well, Carmella's running out of time almost, isn't she? With
longest reigning. I think she's held the Money in Bank for longest ever now.
So she's got to play it sometime.
And also,
yeah. Okay. So a bit of Money in the Bank cashing going on.
It'll be a double fail for this year.
All right.
Well, Corbin.
I'll let you. Yeah. Lost. I'll let you have that as your own mini prediction. Then I tell you what, if that happens, and regardless of the result of the fight, I'll give you an extra point for that. Because that's not a bad shout, and I didn't actually consider that, so fair play to you. Next up, we are of course we are of course assuming certain things. Yeah, carry on, and then I'll say what I was going to say. Go for it.
We have Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Now I think we're going to go for the same on this.
Again, it was hard to go against Owens and Zayn, isn't it? They're not going to fire them, for goodness sake. They're not going to lose 2 of the most entertaining guys on the roster, are they? What?
I disagree. Look, you see, because they've been saying that Owens and Zayn will never be seen on SmackDown.
Oh, they're going to kick him on
The superstar shake-up is the night after Mania.
Right.
And swoosh over to
You've been giving this a lot of thought, haven't you?
No.
Well, that's a very good instant thought then.
So yeah, it'll be like Daniel Bryan's return, he comes back, either pins Zayn or Owens, him and Shane get their revenge, and then next night Owens and Zayn turn up on Raw. Right,
so you're going for the management?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well,
it's Bryan's return. They can't have him lose.
Oh yeah. He makes a strong case. He makes me now doubt my own opinion. But I'm going to stick with Owens and Zayn. I don't know. I'm going to stick with Owens and Zayn because I think it's cleaner, and I don't think anyone would complain if Daniel Bryan lost a comeback match when it's a bit of a gimmicky comeback match. It's not him on his own. It's him with Shane McMahon, and it could be Shane who messes up and loses.
And then they can have a feud.
There'd be no shame on Daniel Bryan. They can have a feud. They can split up. That releases Daniel Bryan to become a superstar. So that's my thinking on it. I think that's what's going to happen. And then Owens and Zayn will have made up for the fact that they're supposedly sacked and they will get reinstated. That's my thinking. So that's what I'm going for. Now, what's not mentioned on the official card, although we've been waiting for weeks to find out who his opponent would be, and the fact that he's not just going to be there as a fan, is of course John Cena, old Johnny Chenara himself. Now, Undertaker, I think we've seen the end of Undertaker. Yeah. We've seen the hat in the ring.
We've seen the end of the dead man.
He's gone. I think that's not going to change. Doesn't mean to say that the certain person who we've recognised as being Undertaker for all these years isn't going to return in another guise. And that other guise could well be
the American Badass.
Now, this is something we have discussed, so I'll be open about that right now. I haven't just both suddenly had this same thought right now. We've just got a feeling that the big man's going to return as the American Badass. Because I say they can't bring Taker back because we've had the long goodbye, we've had the hat in the ring, that would just be ridiculous to ruin that goodbye. So if he's coming back, it needs to be as one of his other characters, and so the American Badass would be ideal. Now do the walking down the stairs thing. So I think we're both saying that's who John Cena's going to be fighting. The question then is, who's going to win?
Well, I'd say the American Badass, yeah. But I'd just like to say,
yeah,
there were a couple of sneaky little hints on Raw.
Okay.
To say that the American Badass will probably be there.
Right.
First things first, John Cena said, "You laid your hat in the ring, but surely there's still something you can do about it." Obviously, the hat meaning the end of the dead man, but
yeah,
American Badass could come, and also John Cena called the Undertaker a dead man walking, which is the first line of the theme tune of the American Badass.
It is, very much so. So, whether they actually fight, I don't know. There could be some kind of scenario where John Cena's there and he's entertaining the crowd.
Well, how I think it will go.
And he says, well, let me give my theory first. You've already had plenty of Ninja Boy theories. Let me give a Big Jim theory. He might be talking in the ring saying that he was expecting someone to come out and he's not. And then the American Badass appears, or somehow appears, and they tee up a match for perhaps WrestleMania next year, and there becomes this year-long thing between the two of them, leading up to possible retirement. Possible retirement
match.
Yes, because look, John Cena's doing an awful lot of things outside of WWE at the moment, and I know it's unthinkable.
And he's losing a lot of matches.
Unthinkable that he could leave WWE, obviously not on a permanent basis, but kind of hang up his hat for now.
Yeah, have an Undertaker-like role.
And a lot of film roles and everything that he's been doing. So it could tee up something. If something's going to happen, I think it's going to be a longer-term thing rather than just a short-term thing. And we've not had a big enough build-up to it in leading up to WrestleMania because we still don't at this moment know who he's fighting. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's not an actual fight, but it's something that builds us up to a year-long thing going into the next WrestleMania.
Which would be annoying.
Which would be very annoying, yes.
How I think it's going to go.
This is Ninja Boy's theory. Ninja Boy theory.
All the other matches have happened. Cena comes out from the crowd saying, "Yeah, who enjoyed WrestleMania? I certainly enjoyed it." Starts listing things that happens like, "Just shame I didn't have to fight." And then there's a motorbike sound and the American Badass comes out. And
Sounds good.
And then he just says, "You do have a fight."
Nice. I like it. I like it very much. I hope that happens. It's a lot more exciting than what I said. I hope yours happens. Right, come on then. We're close to the end. We're close to the big one. What have we got next? There's more management involved next, isn't there?
We have Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Okay. How do you see this going, Ninja Boy?
For the same thing, aren't we? It has to be Kurt Angle and Ronda, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, they brought Ronda Rousey in, or as Kurt Angle likes to call her, Ronda Rowdy. We saw them at the start of this week, where it was Steph and Triple H's turn to do the beating up, and they did. You know, Ronda got shoved through the table by Stephanie McMahon, which then, of course, whose turn is it next to be doing the beating and the winning? It's going to be Ronda and Kurt Angle. But regardless of anything that's happened so far, you don't bring Ronda Rousey out of UFC bring her in, put her in the biggest show the WWE have got. It's the biggest show in town, it's the biggest show in the world, biggest world wrestling entertainment spectacular you could ever wish to see, and then make her lose, do they? That doesn't happen. That would be ridiculous. So it's got to be a win. It's got to be a win for the lass, and then by default for Kurt Angle as well, because he just happens to be with her.
Well, I think how it will end is Ronda and Stephanie are
Olympic
legal.
gold.
Ronda puts Stephanie in some kind of armbar, and Triple H tries to intervene, but then Kurt Angle puts in the ankle lock, and they tap out at the same time, you know, like usual mixed
double
match
tap
stuff.
out, yeah.
Yeah, happened last year with Miz and Maurice.
You say you've not given this a lot of thought. You've got a lot of detail coming into these predictions. Not even just saying a winner, he's actually telling you who's going to do what to whom. Right.
Yeah.
Ninja Boy, take us on to the next one. Any idea who we could possibly be predicting as his next winner?
Well, I think you can guess what the match is for.
Mm-hmm.
The WWE World Heavyweight Championship. AJ Styles against Royal Rumble winner Shinsuke Nakamura.
And you've got your Styles t-shirt on to show your full support, haven't you?
Yes.
And?
He's going to lose.
With full confidence and full vigour. And just, come on, my boy. He's going to lose.
He's had the title for a while.
Yeah.
Shinsuke's got a lot of momentum, you know, and same with last feud, you know, Nakamura's been trying to emotionally get Styles, and at the end of SmackDown last week, Styles kind of got Shinsuke a bit with pretending to do the phenomenal forearm. Yeah. Like Shinsuke pretended to do the Kinshasa the week before. And so I just see, I hope they have like a 20-minute, maybe 25-minute match where they get to show off their full potential. And then
the full range of skills.
But then I think Shinsuke will be the winner and the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Do you know what? I've been thinking that.
And then AJ will be drafted to Raw.
I've been thinking, oh gosh, that really is things being ripped apart in world of AJ. I've been thinking.
Apart from his throat.
I've been thinking for a while. It's not an episode of Grimm. I've been thinking for a while that Shinsuke, this would be now the perfect stage for him to take. Are you voguing like a Vesson now? Are you? It'd be a perfect opportunity for Shinsuke, and it was building up to that. But you look at the history of the two. When they fought in Japan, I think Shinsuke won the fight between the two of them then.
Just before AJ came to WWE.
I'm just wondering if AJ would be happy with another defeat. I've got a feeling that perhaps everyone seems to be thinking, Shinsuke, it's all geared up for Shinsuke. I just think AJ just might hold his own. I think this is his time to show he's a true worthy champion. And what better stage to do that on than at WrestleMania?
He's getting drafted to Raw.
All right, stop trying to be negative about things. Let's be positive about the guy. I think AJ's going to win. I want to go for an AJ win. I
hope so.
I was kind of on the fence coming into this video preview, but I'm now thinking, yeah, well, come on, AJ. I think AJ's going to do. He's going to take his soccer mum haircut into that ring, and he's going to knock. He's going to knock his opponent all over the ring. I think it should be a good match. I mean, the two of them, technically, are two of the best wrestlers out there right now. Ever, to be quite honest. So I think it's going to be a great match. I'm going to go for AJ. I think AJ.
And now the
and
now the depressing main event.
Yes, kind of trying to avoid this, to be quite honest. This is the match between the guy who never turns up and the guy who always turns up, and we don't want him to be there. Which is a bit harsh on Roman Reigns. I know. And again, there's plenty of Roman Reigns fans out there, and he's served his penance, and I know, etc., etc., etc. And he's improved.
Not good on the mic.
He's improved on the mic. He has improved. Oh, blooming heck! Can we just delete that last? He doesn't. The only drugs he uses are authorised cold remedies and anything else that doctors fully approved by the WWE would prescribe. Stop saying that. You get us into trouble. Anyway. Who are you? You look like Blofeld out of James Bond now. Bubs, stop it. So, Roman Reigns against Brock Lesnar. Look, much as I would prefer Brock Lesnar to win, the Beast against the Big Dog, I'd prefer the Beast to be the winner if they were both been given their all for last year and, etc., etc. But Brock Lesnar just turns up when he feels like it. You can't have champions who just turn up when they feel like it and then not do much in between. And I think Lesnar's been given enough rope for enough time now. Roman Reigns, dare I say it, has earned his chance. If they've booked him for this match, Ninja Boy's horrified. If they've booked him for this, it's not his fault. He deserves a chance to do something. He's put his time in, he's put his effort in. I think this is going to be a Roman Reigns win. And I don't think that we can complain too much if he does, to be quite honest. I think he deserves it. There you go. I've spoken. Ninja Boy, I've stunned you into silence. What's your prediction?
Roman Reigns and Lesnar will go off to UFC.
Right. Oh, Roman Reigns, comma, and Lesnar will go off to UFC. Not they're both going off hand in hand to UFC to fight another day. Right, so there you have it. We've both gone for Roman Reigns for different reasons. But I think perhaps I'm a bit more positive about his chances as opposed to Ninja, who just doesn't really want to see him there at all. But, you know, that's why we all love WWE. It's why we all love wrestling. It's why we all love to talk about it and discuss it and chat about it and everything, because you just don't know what's going to happen. You do know, or you don't know what's going to happen.
Just like to say that...
Go on then. You just say.
One thing I don't like about this is that there's, you know, quite a few obvious wins in there. And also a lot of title changes that are probably going to happen. Yeah. And it's like...
You got a problem with that?
Yeah, I don't want all the titles to change. It's like completely not a mix-up.
Oh, that could be quite good now and again. I mean, because you...
I don't think we put anyone to retain the titles.
At what point do you go from there's not enough title changes to there's too many title changes? I don't think it hurts to shake things up a bit now and again.
Every title's changing.
Every now and again. Yeah, well, if we had our way with our predictions, I think every now and again it doesn't hurt just to mix things up a bit. Does it? Doesn't hurt. Change is as good as a rest. You know the sayings.
I hate change.
So I know you hate change. So there we have it, people. That is our set of predictions for WrestleMania 34 on Sunday in New Orleans. Let us know what you think down below. Give us your predictions. And again, like I've said, it's no point leaving them afterwards because we'll know you've done that. Leave your predictions down below. And of course, we will do our review show on Monday, just following on from the big event itself. Something which, because Ninja Boy's on his Easter holidays, can actually watch and be up to speed with. So Monday...
Because if I had to go to school, we won't be able to do it.
Exactly. So
it'd be too long.
UK time, hopefully sort of early Monday evening-ish, we'll have our review video out. And if some of you have done well with your predictions, who knows, we might give you a shout out. So well done to you too. So thank you ever so much for watching. That's another BLD Beatdown done with. And of course, you know what I'm going to say now, don't you? If you like the video, bung us a few likes down below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. There's all the social media. There's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's Twitter. Until we see you next time, you stay cool.